Good morning. Did not film a lot the rest of the day yesterday because I was in a shelter with people. It's about 6 o'clock. This morning, getting going. Really nice day at the shelter. Privy. A handful of nobos came through, hung out, and then carried on. There's a good group of us at the shelter last night. Oh, these bog boards are slippy. So I'm very thankful that I stuck to my plan and only did 10 miles to that shelter and not went to the deli that I'll pass today in about 5 miles. Because at 6 o'clock, it started pouring. It poured for hours. And then it stopped, and then a few hours later, it rained more. So, very thankful that I was inside the shelter, in a bunk, or on a bunk. I feel damp and gross, but I was warm last night. I was like warm and sticky, and it wasn't cold. Just that sticky damp feeling, not cold. Ordered pizza last night, had it delivered. I've got 2 more pieces left for, I guess, lunch. There was a trail maintainers that came by yesterday to fill up. There's like 50 1-gallon jugs in the shelter here. The shelter's right off the road, so you can get pizza delivered. So trail maintainers came by and picked up all the empty jugs and went to the campsite I stayed at the night previous because of the spigot, and they filled up all the empties and they brought them back because they know this area it's a pretty dry stretch, and there is a well pump at the shelter, but it doesn't work, so that's the water. Jugs filled by trail maintainers, and one of the maintainers just happened to have with her a bag with 3 everything bagels and a tub of cream cheese. I obviously don't eat cream cheese, so yesterday I had a giant everything bagel for, I guess, a snack, and I ate one of my dinners as lunch. I ate really well yesterday, and there was 3rd bagel was left today, so I had a plain everything bagel for breakfast, and that was great. Maybe I should start packing out bagels. A lot of carbs, not a lot of protein, not a lot of fat, but a lot of carbs, and I need the energy. I'll think about that. I'll think about picking up some bagels in the future. So the water sitch, like I said, it's not great around here. There's a stream which should be flowing really well after last night's storm. Stream about 3 miles before the shelter. So I'm gonna fill up both my bottles there and fill up my bladder and carry my full 2-liter bladder 3 miles to the shelter. And it's pretty much all uphill today, unfortunately. And everything's slick, and there's 2 shelters on the radar for today. One in 9 miles, which was my plan for the day, which will likely be my final destination because there's rain in the forecast for about 1 p.m. today. Just a 30% chance of showers, but I'm not in any rush to get to places necessarily. So I don't need to do 17 to get to the shelter after that. The only consolation to doing 17 to get to that next shelter is that it's only like 3 miles into town the next day. If I just do the 9 today, there's 2 ways I can get into Pawling tomorrow. One's an 8.5 and one's an 11, so just gotta figure out which one I want to stop at. Probably do the 8.5 since it's shorter. Since I have to go to the post office. And it's also going to be raining tomorrow. I think like all day it's going to rain. But just like sprinkles and stuff. It's not going to be a huge downpour day. But there's 4 of us, at least 4 of us stopping at the shelter 9 miles today, which makes me feel like, oh, it's only 9 miles. I know I can do more. That's great. But you know what I like more than doing longer days? I like staying dry because I can. And we're gonna do that as much as possible. Stay dry. Minor view. Very minor. Been a lot of climbs today. That with the weather and the wet trail conditions. Only 1 trekking pole. It's still a very heavy backpack. I'm going into town tomorrow and I have so much food left. I ate more. I ate 4 out of 6 or 6 out of 8 slices last night of my pizza. That's the most food I have eaten on trail. And I've got 2 slices that I packed out for lunch. I'm not stopping at the deli. And when I get to the road crossing for it, I just want to get to the next shelter. I'm gonna put my stuff out. Try and relax because, yet again, I didn't get a good night's sleep. It was sticky and gross. Just not feeling it today. But a bad day out here is still better than a day of working, in my opinion. I'm just not feeling it. And I'm gonna be in Connecticut on Saturday. I see Frank in a week. And I only see him for a weekend. I'm gonna try not to zero until then. It's gonna be hard not to, though. It's gonna be hard not to zero. I just hate this weather. It's better than 90 degrees. But I'm just in such a mood. Just want to go home. 84. I think that's what I read in the book. Crossing over 84. Cool. I'm gonna try and find it, but there is an owl hooting at me. Maybe it'll hoot again. Where is it? I see it, but I can't find it on the video. It sounded like a hurt dog. I got scared. It's white and brown. Cool. This is the color of the water that I have to drink for the rest of the day because it is 11 o'clock and I am half a mile from the shelter that I'm staying at. Oh, it's so early, I want to go on, but it's going to rain later. And I can't guarantee that I'm going to have a spot at the next shelter, so I'm gonna sit tight. And hopefully this color changes after I filter it. Toad's drinking frog water tonight. Look at that fellow. Look at him. Adorable. Hi, Kermie.